Welcome to the General Task Information video. It is important to know where certain information is stored and how to update it when needed. Throughout this video, we will learn where to locate the general task information and how to update it. If you are unable to update it in the screens that we will be in, then you will learn where the task information is being pulled from. To begin, let's start with clicking on a task when the task page opens up. The general task information is the first thing you will see. The general task info is divided into 4 sections: client information, task information, due dates, and miscellaneous. Client information. The client information is pulled from your XCM client database. Any updates to these fields should be made within the utilities. Changing client information or any task identifiers from the control sheet will cause the deliverables and the sign-offs to reset, and in some instances, the checklist and staffing info to be reset. If you integrate with CCH Practice Management, these fields will update based on your PM database and the fields that you have mapped to XCM. Within the screen, you are unable to make any update to the client info. Task information. The task info is mostly filled out when creating a task. When you add a new task, you will be prompted to choose the type of task, the period end date, and to add a description if needed. Description. The description field can be edited within this view as well. However, this field is a task identifier similar to client name, task type, and period end date. If you attempt to create a task where all the task identifiers are identical to an existing task, XCM will not allow you to duplicate the task. A description example would be amended return. Level of difficulty. To quickly identify within any of the views within XCM that a task is easy or difficult, you can select the level of difficulty of the task here. This scale is a 1 to 5, 1 being very difficult and 5 being easy. It is recommended for firms to have an internal process with updating the difficulty level. Priority. To quickly identify within any of the views in XCM that a task is a high or low priority, you can select the priority level here. This drop-down has 3 options: L, low, M, medium, H, high. It is recommended for firms to have an internal process with updating the priority. Projected start/restart date. You can set up a manual reminder for a projected task start date or restart date. If you click on the field, a calendar will appear and you can choose your project start or restart date. This is a valuable field if you are using XCM Scheduler. Due date. The due date for your standard tax returns will have a due date that will automatically attach to your task when created. Within this field, you are unable to edit the due date. To make any changes to this field, you will need to go into the deliverable section within the task page to add any deliverables/due dates or deliverables that you would like to track. To update the due date, click on the jurisdiction within the bookmark bar. You can also add and edit the deliverables when creating a brand new task. Anticipated delivery date. This is an internal due date that can be set up by a user. If you click on this field, a calendar view will show. It is recommended to have a firm-wide policy of how you will use the anticipated delivery date field. Release date. If you have an A&A department, this is where you can track the date where the audit is released and published. If you click on this field, a calendar will show. Software. This is where you can select the appropriate tax software used by your firm to prepare the task or other service. There are populated softwares when you click on the field. Please note you cannot add or edit this list. Client letter. This is where you can track the date of client acceptance of the client engagement letter. If you click on this field, a calendar view will show. Comments. This is where you can type any comments that are specific to the task. You do have the option to bring forth this information or just to leave these with the client task. Unlike the description field, which will roll over regardless of what settings you choose during rollover. Do not roll over. If you do not want a task to be rolled over manually or automatically, check this box. When making any changes to the general information, make sure you click on Save to lock down all changes that have been made. Within XCM, the general task information is shown within the My View page, and you can see all the columns just walk in together. This grid is the same within the Advanced Search and Quick Search. You have all filters available within all of these different grids to search by status. You can eliminate columns or general task information that you have seen on a user basis, and you can sort the general information. This concludes the general task information video. Throughout this video, you should learn where to find the general task information, how to update the information, and where the information is pulling from if you cannot update within the field.